There's an old saying that says holding on to anger is like holding onto a hot coal and expecting the other person to get burned. And most people hear that and nod. Yeah, I know, forgiveness is for me, not for them. But then they keep holding onto that coal because knowing something and understanding it are two completely different things. And most people don't actually know what forgiveness is. They just know what they've always been told. So let's start there. Forgiveness isn't an absolution. It's not saying that what happened was okay, and it's not reconciliation. It's not even something the other person needs to be involved in at all. And here's the thing that might surprise you: it's not a release, it's not letting go. Because the moment you start focusing on losing something, even something you don't want, you actually keep it. Telling yourself to release something just keeps your attention on the thing you're trying to release, so you're always working on releasing it. It's kind of like saying, I want to lose 10 pounds. Well, you're always going to keep those 10 pounds so that you can lose them. Forgiveness is a redirect. Energy that has been frozen in anger and resentment in the story that you've been replaying, getting freed up to move somewhere new, somewhere preferred. That's it. That's the whole thing. But here's where most people misunderstand. They're pointing outside of them. They're waiting to forgive someone out there, the one who did the thing, said the thing, didn't show up, let them down. And they're holding that coal, waiting for something from that person that may never come, that actually probably won't come. An apology, an acknowledgement, some kind of closure. But the person who needs your forgiveness isn't out there. It's you. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you've been carrying the weight of every choice you've ever made that didn't go the way you wanted. Every belief you formed that kept you small. Every time you chose what felt familiar over what you actually wanted. Every response that you made that you later wish that you didn't make. All of it sitting in you like a verdict instead of a story. But here's what I want you to consider. Every choice you ever made, you made with the best knowledge and understanding you had at that particular time. Every belief you formed made sense given what you knew, and every response you had was the most logical one available to you in that moment. You didn't make those choices because you were broken or weak or wrong. You made them because they were the best that you had, and they were perfect. Not perfect meaning ideal, perfect meaning they happened exactly as they were supposed to. And they were all for your good, even the ones that hurt, even the ones that you do differently now, especially those, because those are the ones carrying the most frozen energy, the ones you've been replaying and regretting and using as evidence against yourself. And that energy, the energy of self-judgment and self-blame, and the endless loop of, I should have known better, that's the coal that burns the hottest. And it only ever burns you. So what does forgiving yourself actually look like? It looks like looking at every choice you made and saying, I did that with everything I had at the time, and it was enough because it was all I had. It looks like stopping the verdict, not the memory, not the lesson, just the verdict. The part that keeps saying you should have been different before you knew how to be different. It looks like allowing the energy from those experiences to move, not disappear, move into something new, into the wisdom you carry now because of them, into the compassion you have for others because you know what it is to struggle, into the clarity you have now that you didn't have then. That's the redirect. That's what forgiveness actually does. It doesn't erase anything. It doesn't excuse anything. It frees the energy that's been frozen in the story of it so it can become something else you'd rather use it for, something preferred. The coal doesn't burn the other person. It never did. It only ever burned you. And you've been holding it for so long. So if you're ready to look at what's been frozen and start moving that energy somewhere new, a pattern breakthrough session is where we begin. The link is in the bio for a session and for a free clarity call. And I'll see you in the next video.